Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I am reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is September the 25th, 2012, and here is today's after the bell market summary. We want to first start by taking a look to see how the indices closed here. The Dow Jones closed down 101.37, the Nasdaq closed down 43.05, and the S&P 500 closed down 15.30. Weakest index across the board today was the Nasdaq, down 0.36. Of course, most of that was, in fact, due to Apple, which was down 2.5%. If we take a look at the breadth today, we had 1,544 issues advancing. We had 4,715 issues declining on the NYSE, the NASDAQ, and the AMEX. Therefore, we definitely had S&P 500 futures we highlighted in last night's video that I did late night for you guys here, because I wanted to show you guys what we had setting up here. I got a lot of people just, a lot of people doing this whole sideways action were just, getting like what I like to call it, shake and baked on both sides of the market, whether it be to the upside, whether it be to the downside, whether it be back to the upside, until finally we broke out, had another high base consolidation flag that we pointed out in our previous videos, and then we blasted right off. And then in last night's video, I highlighted another area where we had this nice little sideways choppy condition where they were just chopping up a lot of people to the top side, to the downside, back to the top side, till finally today we broke down. Now, in last night's video, I also highlighted the fact that, look, we could break out this high base consolidation because the trend is up. However, if we see a change in characteristic, that should bring up red flags. Well, what happened today? We've seen a change in characteristic. We've seen some stocks that were looking strong, that have been strong, like Apple, trading weak today while the NASDAQ futures were up. Apple was down. Apple tried to make a little nice move on the open, and we'll talk about Apple here later on because that's definitely a key stock that everybody should be watching right now, especially if you trade the NASDAQ. So let's go ahead and finish with the S&P 500 since I start off with that. So S&P 500 broke out of this little high base consolidation channel that we were watching using my channel analysis here. You can see they were shaking out everybody to the top side, to the short side, back and forth for the past 2 weeks or so here, and we finally got a nice breakdown today. All right, now this is the same pattern that you see when you have a horizontal price. All right, same pattern you see when you have a horizontal channel breakout, or actually I should say horizontal channel breakdown. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's at a slight angle. All right, the same way we had this nice little consolidation at a slight downward angle, the same way we had this one setting up right here for a breakout. And for the fact that we saw something different, well, that showed us that, most likely the higher probability trade was to the downside, and that's what took place today. And then we had the different clues that were in the market today that showed us that we could go down, and we were definitely able to capitalize to the downside on the ES, mostly with Apple, shorting Apple. So the ES, one thing you're going to watch tomorrow is definitely the lows that we made today at 1435. However, remember, we're still watching this little area from the channel. All right, it's going to come in around this 14, I would say 1432 or so. Let's go ahead and figure it out. Around the 1433 area. All right, so if we break below this little key channel line right here around 1433, we could be looking for the market to trade right back down towards the lower bottom of this channel consolidation. All right, and that's going to take us around the 1420 area. Not saying that it can happen this week, but definitely something that I will be watching, and I will keep you guys in tune with that. At the same time, if we try to pop up tomorrow or going into the rest of the week here, and we fail to get right back above this little consolidation zone, all right, meaning we rally back up, back test holds, that could be a good area to get back short the market if they want to pop it up, since there are still some dip buyers looking to get involved in the market. So maybe tomorrow they come in looking for a buying opportunity. So we'll see what takes place with the ES. I know a lot of you guys watch the SPY, so we'll go ahead and analyze the SPY. SPY. Let me bring back the studies on here. And one thing you can see is that we closed below the 8 EMA. Yesterday we closed below the 8 EMA. Today we got another confirmation closed below the 8 EMA. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle. So therefore, the next level of support to watch on the SPY is going to be around the prior resistance, which is now going to act as support around the 142.58. That's most likely the target. Some people may have the target around the 50 MA, which is around this 140, 170 level. But first of all, the first target is 142.58. Call it 142.60. Make sure you keep an eye on that level right there. We will also have some support around this 143.5 area. Let's take a look at the Qs. All right, the Qs are breaking back down towards a prior breakout area, 68.60. All right, if we do not hold above 68.60, we should sell all the way back down towards 67.41, which lines up with the rising 50-day exponential moving average, which is at 67.64. A key contributor to this downside that we had today was definitely Apple. Take a look at AAPL. Okay, Apple, we highlighted this yesterday, saying that the real level you want to watch is if we break below 680.57. At the same time, you want to watch to see if you should have been watching to see if we were going to break through this 683 level. That definitely came today as the markets had some good sell action to the downside, and that's pretty good because a lot of people are looking to get involved in the market, but we're just not looking to get involved at these high prices. So a healthy pullback would be good, and that's what looks to be taking place right now. So Apple, look for Apple most likely to go back down here towards 660. We were able to capitalize in the trading room, which is My Wall Street TV. If you want to get access to the trading room, go to wallstreettrading.com, and you'll be able to get a 14-day free trial to the room. If you want more than 14 days, no problem. Just give me a contact. Just shoot me an email. At ccooper@wallstreettrading.com, and we can definitely accommodate to that right there. Now, next level for Apple looks to be around the 660 level, as Apple is breaking down below the rising 20-day exponential and simple moving average on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at Google. Google has definitely been a strong stock. Had some selling pressure today here. As you can see, it definitely came off the highs. Little inverted hammer, shooting star, whatever you want to call it. Just know that this was a candlestick pattern. Who cares about what it's called? What you need to know is what you need to know is the emotions that are involved, the psychology behind this pattern, behind this candlestick right here, which is basically telling you that buyers were in control early in the day, but sellers came back and knocked it all the way down to close on the lows. That's what you need to know. Okay, who cares about the name? Now, what else? Let's take a look at ExxonMobil. These energy stocks have been holding up pretty well, and they're still holding up pretty well. You can see these energy stocks are still holding their 8 EMA, 8 SMA on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at CBSX, which made new 52-week highs, new all-time highs last week. And you can see this one here is consolidating a little bit. If we were to get some selling pressure in CVX, it could pull down towards 114.03. I definitely want to make sure I take a look at the VIX, the volatility index. We did talk about this little downward channel that was in play here, that still is in play here, and we highlighted the fact that if the volatility index was to hold above this 1331 level and not trade back down towards the bottom of the channel, which was a target, because you can see here that has been the roadmap that we have been using, that everybody has been using as long as they have this nice little downward channel on their system here. You can see the next target on the volatility index is back towards here, up towards 17. Nice engulfing candle here. Make sure you keep that on watch. Same thing as well. The fact that it didn't break this 1331 level show you that there were a lot of people that were bidding for volatility down here, trying to protect their longs or whatever the case may be. And now we have a nice little breakout of this little steeper downward channel in here. But either way, let me take out this 50% channel line. Delete that, and you can see what we have going on here. All right, so the target on the VIX is up here towards the top of the channel around 17. If it makes it up there, we'll have to see how it acts around those levels there. All right, let's take a look at the dollar futures. Dollar futures having a nice little up day today in the markets. You can see here this nice little downward channel that we've been using as a roadmap that broke down and sold off to the key support level around 78.77. We're going to be looking to see if the dollar futures tries to get back above this 80-10 area, which is the declining 20 EMA and SMA on the daily time frame. All right, if we do, the target will be back up here towards 80.50, and then when it gets to that level, if it does get to that level, we'll see how it reacts around those prices. All right, what else did I want to take a look at? I want to take a look at the Euro USD, the Euro dollar. A lot of press going on overseas. A lot of austerity measures are taking place over there right now, and people are rioting. However, one thing that you guys need to be paying attention to, don't pay attention to the media. Pay attention to what you guys know that has taken place and what is taking place right now. And what I showed you guys before was the fact that we had a nice little breakout, okay, out of this nice little downward channel. You guys remember how I went over this in the past video, how this little red shaded area was an area that for the past couple months has been acting as a resistance. Matter of fact, for like the past 6 months has been acting as resistance. We got that nice little breakout, which caused a nice little short squeeze, right? Which this was when we got involved in that nice little TNA long to the top side. And now the euro's pulling back. If the euro was to pull back towards this 127 level, which would be the back test of the breakout around this area over here, okay, I want to see how it reacts around that level to see if the buyers come back in the euro. If that's the case, we're going to see the euro get a nice little bounce down there. We're going to see the dollar get a nice little sell-off on the little rally that it's getting. And we're going to see the commodities get back into favor along with the risky assets and all that stuff. And again, we'll keep you guys in tune with that. And a couple stocks getting hit right now. Netflix getting smacked down. Watch out for Netflix to break down below this 52.82 level. If it does break down to that level, if it does break below that level, the next support is going to be around 48.53. A couple other stocks that are trading right now to the downside. Take a look at GMCR. Let me put the volume and the moving averages back on the chart here. GMCR breaking down, giving everything back that it made the prior weeks here, and it's not looking good. However, it is a little bit oversold right now, so I would not be a short seller here. However, you definitely want to keep it on your radar. What else do we have today here? RHT had earnings after the bell yesterday. Ugly looking candlestick right there, closed dead on the lows. If this stock breaks below 55, guys, you definitely want to have this on your radar. And if that does play out, you're going to be watching this key trend line that we have from this high and this high up here. Draw your trend line in there, and that's definitely going to act as a support area, which is also lines up with the 200-day exponential moving average and simple moving average down there around 53. So just a couple stocks on watch. We will go over some more stocks tomorrow in the chat room live at 8:30. If you have not been to our website yet, please go to wallstreettrading.com. Check us out. Check out the tab on the upper right hand side for the My Wall Street TV section. At the same time, if you want access to the chat room, make sure you fill out the form on the right hand side of the home page, and that will give you access to the intraday chat that we have here, guys. So hope you guys had a great trading day today. We had an awesome trading day today, and look forward to more action later on this week. Have a great night, guys, and I'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30. Have a great one.